because my phone is kind of dead and I can't be able to charge it. So hopefully you got wherever you are in the UK. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I'm not one of them people to kind of be too bothered about timings. I'm just going to take this nice slow drive into London Paddington. Take it nice and easy. Kind of enjoy it as well, because I don't often do this one. I said don't think we need that. What's this? Don't need that. Do need to put this into unlock. Engine's already running, so we don't need to start a cold start. We are going forward. Engines are running, we're alright with that. Just making sure everything else is set up. What's this? There you go, no fans, don't need that. ADOS is fine. Lighting, we'll go with day. What we'll do, we'll have a quick look to make sure they're on. Yep, so let's get out of Old Oak Depot and head into London Paddington. So stop at the Old Oak Common access road. So what we'll do is we'll release the brake. There you go. Couple of toots on the horn. There is a speed limit, so we obviously got to obey that. It's 5 miles an hour as we come out of this first section. It then does increase up to 15 miles per hour. As we get further out the depot. A little bit of acceleration just to maintain our speed. Don't want to go too fast and break the speed limit. Wipers are on, as you can see. I can adjust them to wash. So it goes, I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. There's no real difference in speed either, I don't think. Or is there? It's just on and off, to be honest. So yeah, as we come out of the depot, once we get onto them a little bit further up, we can accelerate to 15 miles per hour. But right now we're kind of just chilling as we leave the depot. So once we get onto this little bit straight, you should just making sure the speed is idle. We are going down a slight gradient, so I'm just making sure that we don't break the speed limit as we come up to the 15 mile an hour limit. Obviously we've got to wait for the whole drain, which usually takes about 15 to 20 seconds after you see the speed board, depending on what speed you're going. At the moment it'll be a bit longer, but if you're not sure when, just look at your speedometer on the right hand side of the screen, obviously if you have that on. Speed limit will increase once the first bit of the train is on this second sector of the track, maybe just before. As you can see, just to apply an initial brake, just to maintain our speed. Should really put instrument lights on here, but I can't really be bothered. They're really going to make too much of a difference. And the fact that I can't remember where the button is for them either. So still just gently coming along the track here. Obviously you can do a brake test if you need to. I'm not sure if that feature works though. These lights do work, so if you want to put the cab light on. That one doesn't. Only this one here, the driver's side, that you have to use. There you go. And we've now got light in the cab. Speed limit has gone up, so we'll match that. It gives us a chance to kind of go through everything, make sure everything's set up properly. And that's a fine. You know, that's fine, you can see all of that. And idle the speed here, because we are going at a nice gradual speed of 15 miles an hour. It does increase as we get closer to London Paddington, but not for a while, and we're supposed to stop just before we get to that 50 mile an hour limit. Going to speed a little bit just because we did leave a little bit late. Just go back into initial braking, just to make sure that we don't go too quick coming over points and stuff like that as well. So we are supposed to stop in about half a mile. Which will be the old Oak Common Access Road. I'm sure this is supposed to go into London Paddington. I don't know if we'll take it all the way in or not. Hopefully we will. We will start going up this quite a steep gradient of hill, so we will need to apply a little bit of gentle throttle. So I am just going to initiate step 1 of acceleration here. Throttle. As you can see the yellow signal, I'll point to it with the white marker. I don't know if you can always see this marker, but I'm now just in line with it. As you can see it coming into view. It is a solid yellow to make sure that you are aware of the warning. We are breaking the speed limit just to get us up this hill. It is a 1.1% gradient. I don't know what that actually means. Red signal is coming up, as obviously we will be joining the main track. So this is like the emergency access, like this is the depot access road, or route should we say. Step 1, throttle, just to maintain our speed as we do come up the hill at the speed limit of 15 miles an hour. As we get to the top, this speed will limit off as we come down the hill, so don't need to accelerate too much. The signal coming off is where we have to stop the train, so I'm just going to keep an eye on where the signal is as we come down this hill. The speed limit does change just before the signal, so we'll allow the train to kind of coast its way down. I'm not going to go from the external view, just to show you. I will just allow the train to do the work. As you can see, we're just making our way down to the signal. We can still just about make it out, so we will have to start applying a little bit of brake. I don't know what's going on with the frame rate. There is certain parts where the frame rate drops, and you can just see the game kind of lagging ever so slightly. I'm just going to put initial braking here, just so I do not pass this signal because it's bad. So I'm actually going to brake a little bit heavier, just to make sure. There goes a plus 166 going into London Paddington. And there you go, just to make sure we don't spad. I'll go into full service. So I believe we can take this all the way into London Paddington, which we can. We are already, we're 5 minutes away, 2 miles. We're not going to bother about the speed limit, we'll just fly into London Paddington and see what the brakes are like on this service. So we have got a green signal to join the main track. We'll turn this cab light back off now, I think. I can't find the button to turn on the... I always forget where the button is for the cab light. Not the cab, but the gaze lights, should we say. I'm going to have price through. Engine on and off. Sure it's around here. Buzzer gauge defibrillator. And then we can turn this cab light off. So the speed limit does drop to 40 miles an hour. So So what we'll do is we'll match that by just dropping our acceleration. It goes up to 50 and then drops down to 40 on the approach. So what we'll do is we'll just allow the train to kind of coast in at about 40-45 miles an hour. Green signal. Next signal should be green as well. It should be a couple of greens and then a yellow on the approach into London Paddington. On the yellow signal you should also see the platform number. So we are going to do a couple of journeys on here before ending the stream. Well, I don't know how far up we are going to take the service, but we will do a little bit of work on the line. So we are doing 44 miles an hour in a 50. We'll allow initial braking for the 40 mile an hour limit coming up. There is a speed board coming up as well, so I'll try and point that out. It's just on the right here, just before the signals. It's just on the bottom right there. So it's just literally a couple of yards, well, probably 10 to 20 yards before the signal. Yellow signal coming up should have our platform number on it. So what I'll do is I'll try and brake so we can see it. Or I'll try and slow right down so we can just identical service, just so we can see if it shows our platform number. That should be enough. 20 miles an hour should show us it. I know we're going to be late, so it's not a big... Well, actually we're still on time, so it should be alright even if I come in at 20 miles an hour, so... Hopefully it'll have our signal on it as we come into London Paddington. Our platform number, sorry. If not, I will stop the train and I'll show you where it is. It does quite clearly have a platform number. It should do. Might not though. No, it doesn't, does it? No. Wow. Platform 2 though, I'm guessing. That seems very strange, they didn't give us a signal number though. So we are coming into London Paddington. Speed limit is 25 miles an hour. I was surprised we didn't get a platform number though, so I'm guessing we're going to be on the first platform for the first time ever. We are being crossed over quite a bit. No, we're going to be on... No, we are on 2. I think on the other side, because of the amount of platforms on the left hand side, it shows you a platform number, especially when you're on the class 166. Above the signal it will show you the platform number that you'll be stopping at. Just going to apply initial braking as we come into the station here. Just so we come in at a nice speed. And there is that class 166 that went past us. Where is it? Let's try and find it. There's a HST parked up. And there's the class 166 on the far side. I believe that's the one that would have went past us. One came a bit rather slow here. I'm just going to give it max acceleration. So make sure we get the whole train in. And we'll test the brakes here as well. I've still got initial braking on. There's the class 1, the HST. No, wait. We're braking so heavy now. Count on you. 2. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. And we have arrived, dead on time. Obviously there's no button to allow the doors to open, so we have to unlock them manually, well automatically, sorry. One thing I always do, just to get the train prepared for the journey back, if we are taking it, I'm not sure yet, I might do, could go back to Reading actually, I've never. Alright, let's put this to idle, that's fine, put this to engine off, throttle idle, we can now turn this down again. We're waiting for the doors to lock as well. I believe these are off anyway, it should be. that is now off. I don't know if these switches, yeah they do, up and down. So what we'll do is we'll sit back down for a few seconds and we'll turn off these wipers from this end. Hopefully that'll turn off. I think the park's the one. No. There you go. So now lock the doors. And that's another service done. And we arrived that on time. In fact, a little bit early. So, we can now jump out here. This train's not due to depart for 15 minutes, so I'm going to go check this other HST. It's showing this door doesn't open. How cool would it be to sit by the engine room? The HSTs are literally do not stop unless you get one that might stop at Slough, but very unlikely a lot of the time. I'll go see what time this train departs. I didn't actually look at how close we were to the other bit either. We actually looked like we stopped dead in. Okay, we'll look in a second. Time's just going to due out. 7 o'clock, 9 minutes. We've still got plenty of time to walk around London Paddington here. I just wanted to have a look how close we were to the platform marker. I love this. Look at that there. Is that a HST leaving? Oh, that's the 166 leaving, isn't it? Look like a HST. Yeah, 166 is pulled away. I do like that, the exhaust effects. And the sun like light up, it's brilliant. There you go, look. That for me is just incredible. And the light, look at that. It's absolutely incredible. We actually stopped pretty close. I don't know why that's out so far though. Is everyone the same? Why is that one out so far? How do I disable that? That will bug me because I don't understand why it's so far. There's no reason for it to be out. Train supply maybe? Off, yeah. Wipers off, that's fine. Brake test is fine, I don't need to do that. Engine stop, don't need that. I have no idea what it is. I find that strange. Why is it? Oh, okay. I still have no idea what it is. Was it down to the wipers maybe? No. Rain supply maybe? No. I have no idea what it was. I'm really confused what that was, to be fair. It's bugging me now, so I still can't work out. What was it? Surely it's got nothing to do with wipers. I don't know then. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat, because I can't work that out. It seems very strange. Oh, there you go. Alright, let's shut that. And let's go and see what else we can drive. I found somewhere there still on front, and ours are perfectly set up for the journey back. So this is platform 2 and 3, the two HSTs. I don't know if there's anything else on the platforms. If not, then we'll do the HST. It shouldn't drive off because we haven't given it away yet. But obviously it can affect the other timetables. Doesn't look like there's anything else even in the station yet. What's the time? 20 past 2 in the morning. Jesus Christ. Might have to do that HST to be fair. Up to Reading. Oh no, there is 166 there though. Let's do the HST. Let's do a couple. Let's do a run on that. A full run. Yeah, you're not supposed to do this, but quick. There you go. Right, let's get this train. Oh wait, wrong one. Wait, where's the 7 o'clock start then? Hang on. There you go, 7 o'clock start, yeah. Right. On up left, this train is set up, so unlocked, we are going forward. Yeah, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll make sure. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll go back to our seat. External cameras. We'll go to the rear and then we'll go free. And oh god, it hasn't been set up properly. I'm back. Just quickly set up this stupid tail lights. That's why I'm glad I normally take over from myself, because that way I know that I've set the tail lights up, I've set everything that needs to be set up's done usually, so I like to make sure everything's prepared. Let's quickly turn these lights off. What ones has he got on? There you go. Shut stop cameras as well. Make sure that's done. Now quickly run up to the front of the train. We've got literally 90 seconds before we've got to start moving, so we could actually walk it. But I don't like. I just can't stand walking. I prefer running it. Why is there people sitting on that train? Do they not realise this one's going to be the first one out? One with all the lights on. Silly people. So a minute till departure, let's just make sure everything's set up. So the lights are done. Should be no tail lights on. Nope. We shut this door now. Don't know why it's raining inside, I don't understand that. No. Alright, yeah, it's fine. That makes sense. That's fine. Thought it was raining inside. It's not yet. So, we'll put them on to wash mode. Is it a cab out or not? I think it is. Oh no, it wasn't. Alright, let's get these doors locked. And we'll start getting ready to depart. If you know what you do, you can actually crawl all the way to the end of the platform well before departure. And if you roll slow enough, you'll actually be able to be rolling out at 7 o'clock, not no 10 seconds later than you need to be. Next station will be Reading. But apparently 25 past 7. So I'm going to try and beat that. 26 minutes past we're supposed to get there. I'm going to try and just fly all the way up there in this treacherous conditions. just going to put this to on now. So don't forget guys, if you haven't already watched any of my previous streams, there is plenty of different content on the channel. If you haven't already, make sure you do smash a like and subscribe for more. And T-Tricks Gaming. And we were about to start speeding. I don't know if it was 5 to max, yeah. The aim is to get to Reading as fast as we can. Just because it's more fun. I don't see the point of doing everything by the book every single time. I do enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but for me it's the whole thing of challenging it. Might see some amber signals if we push the train to the max, so we're already breaking the speed limit by what, 10, 13, 14, there you go, smashing. Miles an hour. Speed limit does go up anyway after this. Need to get past this little marker. Goes up to like 50, and then obviously you got to wait for it to get to 100. But we're not bothering waiting. We're just gonna fly. See how quick we can get to Reading. 33 miles. Should take a while. Should take a while, should I say? Probably won't because we're flying. We're not obeying all the speed limits. I normally would. I'd normally be really picky, but to be a bit different, I decided against it. To be honest. .29 miles to go, and we are doing 110. Speed limit is 120, 125. We're literally just flying up the line now. So as you can see, we've got 27 miles left, and we are now getting close to the speed limit. 125, I believe it is the limit. It might be 130. I think it is 125. This train, I think, is limited to 120, maybe 125 as well. But we are going to absolutely fly all the way into Reading and brake as late as we possibly can. For another station in the pouring rain. I do like playing in the rain. I don't know why. I just find it's really like, it's kind of chilled when you drive these sort of trains in the rain. It's just like very relaxing, and the fact that you can walk about in the rain as well. I do really wish that they would add more people though. I really feel that that's the biggest issue for me on this game. And the fact that the routes aren't very long. I've done a few of them now. Wow, I'm going to get to 129 maybe. Hopefully. I'm just going to push the train as fast as we can go. I just feel that there's not enough passengers. 129, there you go. Like even when you fly through stations, I know the whole point of death is spawn in and stuff like that, but wouldn't it be nice to have a train full of people, or go for a station that's absolutely heaving? Like, it doesn't have to be every station. Just say like Slough, which everyone knows is a busy station, or say a station like Ealing Broadway, or even Reading being a bit busier. So when you're coming into London, people are going to be wanting a train. It's going to be a little bit busier. I'm not expecting like hundreds of people to be at a station, but I'd like to see more than just 11. As the game struggles to keep up with 131 miles an hour that we're doing. But I don't know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of this game. It'd be interesting to hear your views. You see HST and Class 166 flying past, as we are really pushing this game to the absolute max. 131 miles per hour. It's a shame that they give you the, you can't change the horn when you're on L3. I don't know how much, 132 now we've now got to. We're actually flying along. We're actually going to bump into Reading really quick. It says 20 minutes. Still expecting an ETA of, well, expected arrival is 26 past. I don't see it happening. I see it being a lot faster. Look at this, all the stations are absolutely empty. The next station will be Reading, and we're still 20 miles out from there, but we are gaining at a rapid speed, 132 miles an hour. We're doing pretty well. I'm enjoying it as well, which is the main thing. Look at this, every station, oh wow, there's a person at that time. But every station just looks like a ghost town when you drive through it. Like we're racing through stations and they just look like ghosts. Like they don't exist. Like, you might see the odd person, but wouldn't, oh god, there could be a red signal coming on. Let's slow down. Oh no, it's gone green, let's put it back up. Oh no, we'll just carry on and it's amber, or on the other signal according to the distance on the top. The next signal HUD. 17 miles away, so it's not going to take us 20 minutes, it's going to take us 15. It'll take us a minute a mile, is it? I do like the lighting in this game. Oh, it's either 940. Just keeping an eye on the signals because that's going to be the second amber that we're going to come past. I'm just going to start applying a little bit of brake. Just because you never know, they might not have a platform for us at Reading. I'm just going to go into, oh no, it's gone green again, and then amber again. So we're now chasing yellows, like the old school scenario on trains later 2017 or 18. 166 going past on the way towards Paddington. And another HST, voicing down the line. As you can see, I've idled the throttle, as we are seeing ambers along the line. 15 miles left, and we're going to absolutely race into Reading if we don't get caught at a signal. I'm just going to idle the throttle again. I think it's probably the best idea, just in case the next signal's red and we need to brake heavy. And we don't. Still amber. I'm just going to go just below the speed limit as well. The speed limit is 125. We're doing 113. Just to make sure that we don't need to kind of brake too heavy as we come into Reading, because we're only 14 miles away and we've got a flashing amber signal. It was flashing, now it's gone to double. I'm just letting the train coast now, just in case we need to brake. So I've also got initial braking on as well. Should be at the end of this, the start of this platform, and there you go, you can just see it coming up on the left hand side. And it's still amber, so can't really go too quick now because of the fact we've got amber signals. But we're sort of full throttle, why not? We need to brake, we'll brake, but I'll just idle it as we go past signals. Just see it in the distance coming up on the left hand side once again. And there you go, left hand side, double amber again. Still, they remain amber signals, or yellow signals, depending on what way you see them. Must be well late, must be like 3 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Nope, half by 25 minutes to 3 in the morning UK time. Signal on this one is left hand side at the end of the platform, just there. And it's literally about a mile apart from the signal each. I think it's 0.8 per mile, 0.8 of a mile away. So maybe like 8% of a mile apart. Just over three quarters of a mile away from each other. As another 166 goes past. 10 miles away, we're going to probably come in extremely early, unless we get caught at a red signal. It gives me time to chill and get ready for bed, so I need to get some sleep. Got an early start, got a busy day. Oh god. And it's gone down again. Which means we are getting closer to whatever's in front of us. So I'm just going to kind of idle the throttle and let the train kind of coast now into Reading, because I do feel that we are going to get caught at a red signal sooner rather than later. Especially if we're probably caught up with the HST that's in front of us. I'm sure there's one at the left just as we got in. It might have been the 166 actually. How early are we going to get in? I'd say probably 8 minutes early. 7 or 8 early, roughly. Hopefully a little bit more. I'd be more happy if we got in a little bit earlier than that, but the signals are kind of going against us now. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Oh, there you go. Oh god, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. If you ask for one, you're not going to get it. It's bad. There you go, game over. Oh no, it went. Went clear. Sweet. Hey, give me my commentary, and you know the rules. I explained this to you earlier, man. vehicle into Reading. Red signal is coming up, so I have got into brake 2 and initial, just to make sure we stop in time. Oh, look, my internet's going to give up just before we get to Reading. I don't want to cause issues. Is the signal going to clear before we get there, or are we going to spaz? No, it actually changed just as we hit it. Because as the game would end, we would have gone past it. This one's going to go spad though. Yeah, bye bye, game over. Unless it breaks heavy. There you go. Now we just got to wait here till the signal clears. Are we riding backwards or forward? Alright. We're riding back. We are, aren't we? Yeah. There you go. So we just got to wait for the signal to clear, and then we'll be on our way into Reading. So obviously the signal is not going to give us a platform with a train in front of us. This is the waiting game now, which is a shame. I don't mind waiting, I'm quite patient when it comes to signals. Obviously we know we've done it as a challenge to see how early we can get to Reading. Hopefully it does give you a few extra minutes. So hopefully at 19 it will let us in. Or even 20 I'll be happy with, but we'll see. Might be a train coming out actually of Reading that has to clear us first. Come on, signal, do us a favour. I'm hoping it's a train coming out that's holding us up. I'm gonna go down and look. So I'm gonna leave. Well, I'll do, I've got an idea. Let's have a look what's down the line, what's causing us to have issues. See if there's anything holding us up even further up the line. I can still see the signal HUD, so I can always accelerate if I need to, or release the brakes and then accelerate down the line. I don't know how far I can go. That's double amber, so theoretically these should clear, unless the train's only just down here. Where is it? Must be coming up. Yeah, I don't understand why we're being held there. 166 coming up, that's fine, doesn't affect us. Nothing there that really should affect us, to be fair. So I don't know why we're being held outside so far up the line. It's not going to affect our timings. Unless it's going to let us go at 21 maybe. That's the only way we're going to get here in time for the 26 arrival. It'll reload slightly. Right, let's have a look. Nope. Still not letting us go. Oh. Denied, no route available. Exhaust fumes don't look great, do they? Not from that view anyway. They look great when you look from further away. When you're this close, they don't look that great. We're not surely waiting for that to pass. That's 166 left. We're not waiting for that. We're not waiting for this signal here to clear. So, has my speeding affected timings? Maybe. Why am I broken the wipers? No, the wipers are supposed to be on and they're not doing anything. Aha, I can change the wiper speed. Where was that? Oh, further down. What if I put them on? There needs to be a setting of intermittent. Still no sign of us being allowed through yet. Still a good couple of minutes left. There's no way we're going to get to Reading on time now. Still not going to clear, no. This signal's a joke. How can you be held at a signal for this amount of time when you're supposed to be at a station in like 2 minutes? We're not going to make it, so we might as well stand out here and look at the signal for a while. I don't know, is there anything else coming up the line though? If I saw it, that's nice. We're due in what, a minute? And we've been stuck here for at least 5. We'll see what happens. We'll just wait patiently and see. This is long and no patience. Still no sign of the signal clearing out. I'm putting it, look, once this, as soon as I start moving forward, it's bad, and it'll be game over. Ready? Watch. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Told you. All because we were flying. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it all. And I'll see you all on the next stream. Good night. Sleep tight.